Democratic primary election between Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders principally had been rigged in favor of Hillary Clinton by the committee that runs the US Democratic Party in many different ways, including pushing out fake stories that Bernie Sanders supporters were trying to organize violence, making sure that more of the money went to Hillary Clinton, and so on. When we released those 20,000 emails, we did it in a way which we've become famous for, which is to make a special customized search engine to search them. It's actually quite hard to make a search engine to display search through email because there's so many broken mail standards and mail programs. So it's quite a lot of work, and it encouraged all the people in the United States and from outside the United States who were interested in the election to sort through them. So this punched a hole in the media censorship that exists in the United States, where 4 of the 5 top TV networks and about 8 of the 9 major publications in the United States are biased in favor of Hillary Clinton. So in response, there was many attacks, and the US DC establishment, which believes that Hillary Clinton will be the winner of the election, tried to find different ways to distract from our publication. They, first of all, tried to say that we supported Donald Trump just because we were criticizing Hillary Clinton. Then they tried to say that actually we were secretly working with Russia to publish this material that was criticizing her, and this was some kind of cyber warfare against the United States. But I have learned from a lot of experience that the best way to deal with these attacks is that you never flinch, you never blink, you just keep on publishing, because every day that you publish is a day that you have the initiative in the conflict. So we continued on publishing the emails of Hillary Clinton's chief campaign manager, which are even more politically interesting than the emails of the Democratic National Committee. I had been exploring what was the connection between Hillary Clinton and her campaign manager and the sale of 20% of all the US uranium to Russia through a company in the United States called Juul Limited. And that was very interesting, and we showed that Clinton's campaign manager had been lying about his investment in this nuclear energy company. He was very closely connected to the Canadian mining magnate, and he had 75,000 shares in this company, and then he moved it into another company secretly controlled by his daughter, and so on. But much more important was that in the investigation, we managed to get hold of more than 50,000 emails related to Hillary Clinton's chief campaign manager, John Podesta. So this time we started a different strategy, which was to write an algorithm called the stochastic terminator, which is designed to be unpredictable and to adjust how much it publishes and what it selects based upon what we as human beings suggest to it, but also based upon what it reads in the news. So it selects the emails to be published and publishes them each day, and we started doing that on the 7th of October. And this really whipped up a crazed hornet's nest atmosphere in the Hillary Clinton campaign and in all the establishments that are backing her. Now, we always had the analysis that Hillary Clinton was sure. We've had that analysis from more than 12 months ago. But she has pulled around her every single establishment in the US, the intelligence agencies, the neo-conservatives who started the Iraq War, the weapons manufacturers, the big banks, investment companies like Goldman Sachs, most of the middle class, and most of the media. And so now we have all these people, all these establishments trying to defend Hillary Clinton from being exposed as having many corrupt relationships. So they started attacking our servers with denial of service attacks and attempted hacking attacks. There was and there is a amazing ongoing campaign where fake documents were put in the UN and in the British court to accuse me of being both a Russian spy and a pedophile and a molester of children. You can look up that amazing story that we tracked down how this hoax was made at the UN and in the British court, call me a Russian spy and a pedophile, by a front company in the United States, Texas, called Todd and Claire. But that wasn't enough, so the pressure started to increase and it started to pressure Ecuador, which some of the opposition parties in Ecuador were sympathetic to, perhaps because of their relationships with the United States, and pressure or statements made to Ecuador at the political level and at the intelligence level that I needed to stop or there would be consequences. But WikiLeaks is a global publisher, publishes 1 million documents a year. We publish from France, Germany, several Norway, Holland, several other countries, and we have most of our lawyers staff in the EU and the United States. We don't publish from Ecuador, no particular reason, just the bandwidth is cheaper and the servers are cheaper in Europe rather than in Ecuador. So the United States government, in the form of John Kerry, the Secretary of State, some other US officials, and the Hillary Clinton campaign kept putting forth propaganda to say that our publication revealing various forms of corruption and scandal within Hillary Clinton's network was in fact interference in the United States electoral process. But this is not interference in the electoral process. This is the definition of the electoral process, is for media organizations and in fact everyone to publish truth and their opinion about what is occurring. There cannot be a free and informed election unless people are free to inform. So you basically have the Obama administration taking control of parts of the government and using the government to try and shut down critical, true information being revealed and analyzed by WikiLeaks, being read by the American population. So now let's look at it from Ecuador's point of view. While I disagree that they didn't give me any notice about what was occurring, I did not like how it was done. I am very sympathetic as to the concern that the Ecuadorian state had. Ecuador, like most states that are not empires, has a policy of non-intervention in the interior processes, including elections, of other states. Now, it makes perfect strategic sense why small states should have such a policy, because if they do not have such a policy, larger states can use that as the excuse to intervene in their affairs or their elections. So here we have a dilemma. On the one hand, WikiLeaks is a publisher that doesn't publish from Ecuador, and it is a publisher. Its duty and its obligation is to publish everything that is true that it can get its hands on about a very important election that is occurring right now in the United States. On the other hand, the TV networks in the United States, with the exception of Fox, are controlled by Clinton supporters, and the U.S. intelligence establishment, which is also aligned to Clinton, pushing statements before the public that WikiLeaks publishing about the U.S. election is interference in the U.S. election, which is false, but nonetheless it is a claim that is being made very loudly in the U.S. And this claim, although false, could be used to legitimize the United States interfering in Ecuador's election next year. Now, of course, we actually publish from Germany, France, Holland, Norway, and so on. The United States has, as far as we're aware, not tried to apply significant country pressure to those countries. But I am a symbol as the ideological leader of WikiLeaks, And that symbol is being protected as a political refugee by the state of Ecuador. So they think they can go after the symbol, and they think they can bully or try to bully Ecuador because it is a state in Latin America that's not the size of Brazil. So we end up with a strategic position by Ecuador that the internet embassy is shut off until the end of the election, so that Ecuador's policy of non-intervention can't be misinterpreted by actors in the United States and even domestically in Ecuador. Of course, I don't agree with it, but I understand it. And Ecuador has been strong in many other ways, giving the asylum in the first place, and also continuing to resist quite strong pressure from the United Kingdom, the United States, and Sweden to cast me out into the street to be arrested. And if I just compare, so I said what the government's position is, about half the opposition parties that will be going into the Ecuadorian election next year, in February, say that they also will protect my asylum. But about another half don't say, and the campaign commitment, they will hand me over to be arrested, despite the United Nations in February this year making a formal finding that I am legally correct and I've been illegally detained by the United Kingdom. But WikiLeaks is you could ask what type of dog is a different company or organization. And WikiLeaks is one of these fighting dogs that has a lot of energy and runs around fighting all the time. It's built to fight. It loves nothing more than to fight. And so when my internet was cut off, of course, we had long ago made strategic contingency plans for exactly the situation. So despite bombs raining down on us from statements by high U.S. officials, media and so on, this is exactly the sort of situation that we enjoy. And so there was not even a 1 day pause. We just continued on publishing the next day, even though I was cut off from my team. Okay, so we're up to date in the story. Now, any questions?
Para nuestro equipo técnico que hizo lo imposible para sacarlo.
As I said, that it has long been our analysis that Hillary Clinton won the election because she has all the establishments on her side. And you see that in terms of polling, if someone like Donald Trump, who has a great many problems, I'm sure all of you are aware of it, but if he managed to get up near the 48-50% level of the polling, which he has just 2 occasions across the different polls, united, then immediately those big media networks and the funders get together and smash him back down. So I don't think there's any chance of Donald Trump winning the election. That would probably be bad inside the United States or outside the United States. But even with the amazing material that we are publishing and we continue to publish, because even though we publish it and there's a lot of people on the internet reading it directly, most of the media organizations in the United States are very strongly aligned with Hillary Clinton. For 2 reasons, really. A lot of them are owned by big businesses, which are owned by banks, which are aligned to Hillary Clinton. And the other is a class reason. Most journalists and media workers are very middle class, and Donald Trump represents their white trash. And so to be doing anything that looks like it might support Donald Trump looks like he's supporting the trash